Hey there YouTube, it's Nick with Feeding Fitness. Today I'm going to do a topic on something that I didn't even know still needed talked about, but apparently a lot of people are still buying into another fitness myth here. What I'm going to talk about today is the fat burning zone. For those of you who don't know, the fat burning zone is a target that you should get your heart rate to when you're doing cardio, because it's going to burn more fat than if your heart rate is different. It's a percentage of your maximum heart rate. And they claim the fat burning zone is around 60% of your max heart rate, and the high intensity zone is more around 80%. And I heard some people talking about this recently, and there's even, it's still on every cardio machine in my gym. It says the fat burning zone or the high intensity zone. There's even buttons you can hit for a fat burning workout versus a cardio workout. And this is just a myth. This is so debunked. This hasn't been true for the longest of times. This myth started, they did a study, and they found that you will burn a greater percentage of calories from fat if your heart rate stays in this 55–60% of its max rating. And this is true. While you're working out, you will burn a greater proportion of your calories from fat. Here's the problem with that research. It only studied while you were working out. It didn't study post-workout, 24 hours later, or weeks at a time. And several studies have come out to show that after a 24-hour period, it doesn't make a difference whether you were doing fat burning zone, this medium intensity types of workouts versus high intensity type of workout. And that goes back to the overall theory, that it's just all about calories burned. And in fact, staying in the fat burning zone can be somewhat inefficient because you're not going to burn as many calories. If you're going to do 30 minutes of cardio, and I'm going to do 30 minutes of cardio right now. I'm going to go to the gym, so what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to go to the gym and do some cardio. Now, there's tons of choices. You could do a lower intensity cardio, but you're going to have to do it for longer to burn the same amount of calories. If I want to burn 500 calories, I can spend 30 minutes jogging on the treadmill versus 45 minutes doing medium intensity on the elliptical. I will do this based solely on personal preference, and I will choose the elliptical. I will be in the fat burning zone, but I'm not doing it at all because I think I'm going to burn more fat. I'm doing it because that's just the only cardio I prefer to do. I don't really care much for jogging, and I really don't like high intensity interval training. I really hate it. And so I don't have to do it. But for those of you that prefer those methods of burning calories, don't think you're cheating yourself because you're not in the fat burning zone. It's all horseshit. I'll link an article in the description that goes really in depth into it. But just so you guys know, cardio is cardio. It's going to burn some calories, and the method you choose is far less important than the total calories burned from doing the exercise. A few other things I will note: do not trust what the machine tells you you burnt for calories. You probably burnt less than what the machine is saying. It also doesn't matter. I do not recommend tracking calories burned in your total calories for the day. It's too much of an unknown. I know some people have the Polar watches or whatever, various brands of calorie trackers. I don't even know how much I trust those. They're a little more accurate than the machine. The machine simply takes your weight and the amount of time you did the exercise. That's all it knows about you. It doesn't know, and that's stupid, because that's going to say, me, I weigh 200 pounds. Somebody else might be a marathon runner who also weighs 200 pounds. I'm going to burn far more calories doing cardio than they are, because their body is so much more adapted to it. So don't trust those. Just keep your cardio consistent. I'm currently doing 3 days of cardio a week for around 30 to 45 minutes. So it's consistent. I don't know exactly how many calories I'm burning, but I know it's about the same every week. So when I go to readjust my intake to make sure I'm still losing weight, I don't even have to think about the cardio because it's not going to change. I just simply, if I'm not losing weight, take away some food. If I'm losing weight, I'm good. And that's just an easier way to think of it than trying to add calories back into MyFitnessPal, and then you're playing a numbers game that you're just not going to win. So again, fat burning zone, total myth, and I guess the other take-home message is don't count your calories burned, because you're never going to get an accurate number. So hope this was at least somewhat helpful to some of you guys. Again, one other thing I should probably say is if you hate cardio with a passion, you don't have to do it at all. That's just that much less you're going to get to eat. And I like eating so much that, you know, the 200 calories a day I get back from doing 3 days worth of cardio is worth it to me. It might not be worth it to you, or you might have such a high metabolism that you can cut in higher calorie ranges and it just is a non-issue to you. Or you might be a petite female and you have very few calories to work with, so the cardio is almost necessary so you don't feel like you're starving. So I guess that's all I have to say. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it. You can ask any questions or comments down below or over at the Facebook page at facebook.com/feedingfitness, and I'll see you guys next time.